Helen of Troy, also known as Helen of Sparta, is a figure from Greek mythology. Helen's story is not just a tale of love and war, it also carries mythological and symbolic significance. She is often seen as a symbol of beauty and desire, and her abduction by Paris serves as a catalyst for the Trojan War, which is one of the central events in Greek mythology. Helen was the daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods in Greek mythology, and Leda, the queen of Sparta. She was born from an egg after Zeus took the form of a swan to seduce Leda. Helen was married to King Menelaus of Sparta before the events of the Trojan War. Their marriage was considered a symbol of unity between the Greek states. According to Greek mythology, Paris, a prince of Troy, was asked to judge which of three goddesses, Aphrodite, Athena, and Hera, was the most beautiful. Each goddess offered him a bribe. Paris chose Aphrodite, who promised him the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen, as his reward. This decision set in motion the events that would lead to the Trojan War. Paris traveled to Sparta, where he seduced or abducted Helen, depending on the version of the myth. This act of taking another man's wife led to the Greek armies, led by Menelaus and various Greek heroes, to gather and sail to Troy to retrieve Helen. The ensuing conflict became known as the Trojan War, which lasted for 10 years. Helen's story is a central element in the epic poem The Iliad by the ancient Greek poet Homer. In the Iliad, Helen's beauty is often cited as the cause of the war's devastation. The Trojan War ended with the fall of Troy, and Helen returned to Sparta with Menelaus. It is suggested in some versions of the myth that she was pardoned for her role in the war and lived out her days peacefully in Sparta. Helen's beauty is often referred to as the face that launched 1,000 ships, highlighting the idea that her abduction was the cause of a massive Greek expedition against Troy. While Helen is sometimes portrayed as a passive victim of the war, in some versions of the myth, she is depicted as a more complex character. Some interpretations suggest that she may have gone willingly with Paris, or that she had mixed feelings about her role in the conflict. Helen of Troy is a character who has been depicted in various works of art, literature, and drama throughout history. She remains an enduring symbol of beauty and the destructive power it can have when combined with desire and jealousy, as depicted in the myth of the Trojan War. It's worth noting that while Helen of Troy is a central figure in Greek mythology, the historicity of her character and the Trojan War itself is a subject of debate among historians. The events described in the mythological tradition may have some basis in historical events, but they are also steeped in legend and myth. Overall, Helen of Troy is a fascinating figure from Greek mythology, whose story has captivated audiences for centuries and continues to be a symbol of beauty, desire, and the power of storytelling. So friends, that's all for today. If you like our presentation, please press the button of like and subscribe our channel, Palette of the Past.